Right, so I've got the big bag out that we done at a earlier time. Okay, so I'm just going to decorate this up a little bit. I'm going to put some lace at the top and I'll get it stuck in the book where I want it. And then we'll do some decoration down the bottom here. All delicate lace today, I think. Oh, here's the rain. I think my husband's still up in the garden. He's going to be caught up in that, I think. And I just put some washi tape on the top there. And I've learned something today because I'm sort of running out of my quotes that I had that I typed out. And what I should have done was scanned it into the computer and then printed it onto vellum. So that's what I will do in future. So I don't have to keep typing it. I never made a copy, so I can't even remember what I typed. Right, I thought that would look nice here with that red going on around. Yeah, I'm going to stick that in there, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to stick the whole thing down. All right, here this time, because we've got a lot of pockets that we've got places for things to go. But what I might do actually is stick all four sides down, but leave the gap at the top, so we can put a big tag it at the top there. Right, so I thought that one of these pockets looked quite nice on there, that we've done out of the pattern paper. So I thought that would go there, have a bit of lace on here, and that will give us a pocket, and then later we can put a decoration on here or something. Yeah, I think that I'm quite happy with that. So I'll go and put a bit of lace on there. Okay, I thought that red would look nice considering there's a bit of red going on around. So that red writing that I printed onto tissue paper. Let's come over a bit. Okay. There you go. Yeah, and then I would put a decoration in this corner, so I didn't mind if that didn't go all the way there. Okay, so I'll definitely hang something from there. Right, decoupage. I think I'll continue with that actually. That's for the tags there. While I got it out, I'm just thinking that just in different places. I don't need much actually. And that's, yeah, I think there's enough there. Try and put something in there. Might have to do some on the back of things. What about here? I could have done with some nice writing, little words again, but I guess what? I've run out. Oh, I like this one. That's all got one of these as well. Another one of those. So let's trim those bits off. And link them up. Quite wide enough there. And that would work. We could tuck that under there, and then you have a little pocket in here. I think that might look quite nice. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to stick that right down, that one. Okay, and you've got a nice little pocket there. Yeah. Okay, I think we have a little bit of decoupage there myself. Just something small. I mean, I could have stamped down here, but while I've got this out, I might as well use some of it. So I've printed it nice, so can go down there. Perfect. Yeah, I've dotted it around today a bit, haven't I? But that's because I've had, you know, like things out, and I thought, well, I'll carry on with that because it's best to, you know, while I've got it out, I thought, oh, I'll do that now. So that sort of thing happens to me. Well, definitely today anyway. I can't actually remember where I left off yesterday, but I did go through and just add some decoupage to some of the pages. Okay, not too much, just here and there. Yeah, that's it. So I'll most probably add some more. I just need to get on with some tags, really. So I'll go back to when we done these, when I covered some plain tags with the pattern paper, not the thin, it's not that one, it was the one, you know, with the instruction sheet. So I covered some plain card with those, so I'm going to gesso those. Oh, another thing is, also noticed, I got a blob of glue on here and it will not come off, which is fine because once I've put everything on, okay, we can, best place for it to have blobbed, because I can put a flower or something up there with the embellishment anyway. Right, so here's my tags. I've already done 3. They're not dry yet, but I've just put a little bit of gesso on them, which I'll show you how to do that, which I think I've shown you how to, what I usually do with my gesso. It's not rocket science, really. So just stroking the page, and it always looks a bit odd until, you know, because I'm going to cover these again with something, so just here and there. Okay, and then I've got some coffee, give that a little squirt as well. And that'll dilute the gesso as well in places, so it, and then I'll dry them and get back to you. Actually, I'm just going to give those a little squirt so I can dry them all together. dry. And I got one of these foam templates that I've done. That funky foam. I think it's wearing out now a bit, but I would just stamp them around so you get a bit of texture, if you can see that. Yeah. I've done a couple of bits just to try it out, so. That's all. And then I'm going to ink the edges, ink a little bit up. What I'll do, I'll show you one of them, and then we can, I can do the rest off screen, so. This is tea stain one. Okay, then I thought I'd get a bit of pattern, which I, you know, cut some out, cut a couple of layers out. Okay, and that is going to be stitched on there. And then we'll put some lace and stuff on as well, so I'll just do that a minute. I'll do that with a prick stick because I'm going to stitch around it, so it doesn't really matter. It's very gunk up on that. Let's just clean that off. Lovely. So do that to all four. Okay, I've done all four now. They're just, all I've done is literally, you know, stuck bits of tissue paper on them all, exactly the same as this one. And I wasn't going to do any sewing until I fathomed out, you know, what I was going to do. So I sort of, I don't know, was playing around with bits of material because, you know, it is a sewing journal and I wanted it to look like a sample, you know, samples of material. I suppose similar process as a franking page, I suppose, but we're doing it with material. And I thought I would like that coming over the edge actually. So we've got a bit of texture on the edge there, something like that. On these journaling cards, I haven't tea stained them or anything, these ones, and that's the ones that is a freebie on my website, and I downsized them to 4 to a page, so printed them out a few times, and I just felt as though it's a little bit too white, so tea stain, but very lightly, just to take that start white off, because I haven't tea stained these, so. So maybe there, something sticking out, I think, underneath. I sort of play around really to like get something I like, and that needs to come down over that edge there, I think, and that come down a bit. I've got these. This is lovely. Got some of that. My sister gave me that, I think. It's actually knitting yarn. You always want to have a look at your knitting yarns, see if they've got any specialised, especially if they're going out of date, not going out of date, but they sell them off sometimes, so you can get them fairly cheap. And I mean, there's so much you get. Maybe that on the top, because that goes in with that bit of material there. You know, just play around with some sort of shapes, really. And I think that's it. And then what I would do, I'm going to sort of glue it down, and that will be glued on after, I think. I'm going to stitch around the whole tag first, all right? Then I'm going to stitch around the inside, that one, yeah, and that is so that's 3 things I'm going to stitch around, which is quite a lot of work, you know, for one tag, but I think stitching does make it. I mean, if it doesn't, glue it on, and you can always do some faux stitching around, you know, with your pen if need be. Right, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to stick that down first. Yeah, so I'm going to go and do those first. Right, I went ahead and sewn that on. So I just went crazy with the stitching, and I actually ended up stitching that on with zigzag stitch. And I quite like the way that's come out there. And then I put a little bit of pom-pom trim there, put that there. So, you know, and you've got your different textures with your tissue pattern paper behind there. And look at that, crazy. But you can always back those if you want to, or you leave them. I'm going to do 4 of those. So I'll get on with the other 4 now. Maybe, you know, slightly different. I've got loads of little bits and pieces here to work with. So I've got some little bits all from my snippet, you know, little snippets that I get left over. And those that I'd done some of them earlier. I've got a bag of those though, so I can utilise those. Another tag I'd done, this was the other day actually. I was just playing around while I was here. And that's just a bit of a net curtain behind one of the journaling cards, just a bit of lace and everything. So that's all that one was. And there's another tag. You know, you can personalise them all, make them all a little bit different. So, which I will do, because I tend to not make things the same. So it reminded me I've got to do a big tag for one of the pockets. So that's what that was there for. And I thought I'd do a similar thing with that one. So that's why I've stuck them together there to remind me. So I'm going to go ahead and do those, and then I'll show you them all when they're finished. Here, I finished all those. So, like I say, I wanted it to look like the franking paper, but with bits of material and everything. And that was just the pattern paper that we used on those plain tags. So they are fine. Yeah, also a little bit different, all of them, but it's utilising all the little cards I printed out. Well, those was tags shrunk down, definitely. And then I just cut a piece off the top of that one, so that's all that was. You know, it was one like this, shrunk down, and then I just cut off the top, so that left the little journaling card there. So that was that. So that's it for today, because I'm off out now, and I'll speak to you sometime on Monday. Bye for now.